Hold on.
Well, they just come rapid fire. Yep, all these roundabouts, they're just going to keep coming at them all the way in. That was one of the major ones. A little bit further on, another left-hand turn brings them into what you could pretty much call the final straight. But it's anything but straight. It's roundabout after roundabout, subtle curves left and right, and that long sweeping right-hand bend which brings them through to the finish. So plenty of little points that can catch anyone and everybody out.
Big sweeping left turn will be the next one, just after 4Ks to go. 51 kilometres per hour here as you can see that Victor Campanats is on the front of the yellow jersey. Then it's Jorgensen. After that, you can see Vingegaard. And then Axel Zingler, he might realise that he could have a shot at glory himself towards the end. Not the fastest on paper, but he has a fast finish.
He has a fast finish. He really challenged Mads Pedersen last week in the Tour of Denmark. In fact, he really threw himself in amongst it, bumping one of Pedersen's teammates out of the way to take him on, and he pushed him all the way to the line. So he normally does have a crack. It depends what the instructions are with looking after Jonas Vingegaard.
66 kilometres per hour into the big swinging left-hander coming up here, and then despite the roundabouts, it is that, as Robbie was describing, almost straight running. Already shown a couple of errors here, though. If you lose this position, you might not get it back now.
Well, we could see there some of the riders decided to go at the right-hand side of that island, and yeah, you lose a number of positions, but there was a lot more road there, so you think you're going to, you know, get through, but actually you lose quite a number of places. And we can see Visma Lisa bike here, Campanats, he's doing a brilliant job here, keeping this pace real high and keeping Vingegaard just out of danger here, because when you're over at this side of the road, you know, the right hand side, you have two teammates in front of you. That's a very safe place to be, and you know, he is just getting the perfect run in here.
Jay Vine deciding to lift up the foot, not get involved in the chaos. Tomorrow will be another day for him. We're just on the left-hand side of the bunch, as we looked at it a moment ago. Elia Viviani being moved up, the former European champion, on the left through the centre. Several riders moving up, including the Guatemalan star Chumil of Burgos BH. There now on the right-hand side is Elia Viviani. Inside 3Ks to go, so any crashes, incidents, mechanical problems here on in, everybody gets the same time. That will be a big moment of relief, Robbie McEwen, for the GC riders. But now it's time for your lot, it's time for the sprinters to do their thing and go for the first red jersey of this Vuelta.
Time for the lead-out trains to form up and get the sprinters there, but at the moment, Visma Lisa bike, they're not taking any chances within the safe zone, but realising things can still split. Another roundabout coming up in, well, just about now, and another few coming up. They realise it can split on the run in. They're keeping the gas on, swinging away now because the sprinters' teams are now coming forward.
Kwiatkowski on the front now, Turner on his wheel, Pidcock just behind him, Maris Mikkels, pink helmet on, but the blue, white and black jersey, Estonian champion. There's Philipsen on the right side as we look at it, having to move up on the grass, but he's got a couple of teammates in and around, a couple of teammates who go different ways on each side of the roundabout. We'll see who meets and comes out of it best. Sean, 2Ks to go.
Yes, we can see there, it's just pretty much equal around that roundabout, and we can see the sprinters teams are the ones who are in control. Albus into Koenig here on the front here, just looking around, and that is the thing. Some of the lead-out riders, and Albus into Koenig, I think Robbie mentioned earlier, they're a team. They can just, you know, ride so well in the finishes, and that is something that's important. When you're on the front, you have to, you know, look around as well, have a glance over your shoulder, see where your sprinter is positioned.
Look at all that movement, Robbie McEwen. We're coming up to 1 kilometre to go. Zingler, who was right up at the front, going backwards with the reserve lights on now. It is 1K to go, and suddenly IPT take it up at the front. Stewart's going to move up. Behind him is Vernon. He's going to be ready to go. Final couple of roundabouts. In fact, this is the last one.
Israel Premier Tech took control at the front, but Alpecin de Koenig really sticking together and looking after Philipsen, so making sure they're all together.
It's Viviani who's brilliantly placed here on the wheel. Jasper de Burst trying to lead him out into the final few hundred metres. Could it be that fairy tale? De Burst is finished though. It's Alpecin who have bodies, who have men, who have options. Late comer to the party is Pedersen on the right-hand side. He's got Søren Kragh. He goes wide though, and Pedersen's already in the wind. He's got plenty to do now. This is a penalty kick, an open goal for Jasper Philipsen to try and finish it out. They're back on the stretch of road where they won their first ever Grand Tour stage, and now Philipsen goes. It's a Vuelta A Espana on Italian roads. Jasper Philipsen's on the front, and he will win this canter to canter. Beautifully set up by Alpecin de Koenig. And just as it was the last time that a Grand Tour was on this stretch of road, it is the big Belgian team that does it again. Number 1 was won here. It's number 31 now. And it is a red jersey for Philipsen, just as it was a yellow jersey at the Tour.
Philipsen does it again, and it's absolute control and precision from his team. Philipsen coming back off that horror crash in the Tour de France, but doing what he did in the Tour, taking stage 1, taking the leader's jersey, but go back at around 1.5 km to go, where they paused, they looked, they found each other, they stayed cool, they dropped back to about 8th wheel, but then they came forward in numbers, and as you said, Rob, penalty kick to an open goal for Philipsen.